Matty G,
What's doing?
have you heard of liminal space?
Oh, yes, I have, Zeko.
Well, today we're going to be making a tier list of the best liminal spaces on the internet. What have you got for us, Matty G?
Oh, I'm keen. Well, I've submitted a bunch of photos for us.
What do you think of this one?
Such as I think that reminds me a lot. So, back in see a funhouse, I'm pretty sure, and you see those weird things that look like you could put like balls in them. That sounds
Are you
weird.
talking about this?
Yeah. So no, the one on the left. Yeah.
Are you talking about this?
Yeah, that one right there. So pretty much you put balls in, like, see the one on the far left, actually not too far left.
This one?
Yeah, that one right there. So you put balls inside of like that little part right there, and then you press a button and it actually shoots up. And that's it, like, oh, it just reminds me of my childhood so good. Oh,
Alright, epic Matty
so
G.
that's just a memory. It's a memory unlocked, Zako.
As far as liminal spaces go, I think we can do better. This one, you know, it looks like every
Yeah, I've
like
seen
kind of
better.
like playhouse kind of
Yeah.
area, but the image is too bright. It's like way too vivid. I can tell what's happening.
Exactly.
I can see everything in the picture.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Not the best, not the worst. Where do you want to put this, Matty G? I'm feeling somewhere around C
Go
tier.
good B. I think B.
A good
B's
B?
a good one.
I can settle for B.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
B. This one. Ooh, I haven't seen this one. This image. It's good. It's not a bad liminal space at all, but I don't know. It just something about it.
Again, I think it's the
I
lighting.
can't just.
It's too bright.
Yeah, too bright.
Just saying,
too
like,
bright.
and like with the, where is it?
Yeah, that's. I think that's a D tier.
Over here.
Yeah, that shouldn't be there.
This is dumb. This is dumb. This doesn't help. The big blue curtain takes away, I think.
Exactly.
Really detracts from the image, the overall quality.
Yeah, fuck no.
Oh god. Yeah, I think this one kind of sucks as well, Matty G. I'm happy you put that in D tier. If that's what you're thinking.
D tier. I don't rate that image at all. Oh, I'm
Boom.
ready. Ooh.
Look at this right here.
You know that image
Key
just
features
hits
I would
me
like
in
to
the
point
face.
out. Key features I'd like to point out: the slides. Something about slides in liminal space. So good.
Yeah.
This reflective
something red.
surface,
and dark in the background.
Yeah, the reflective
Yeah,
surface here.
yeah.
Like, why is it shiny? Why is there a mirror on the floor? Strange as.
Yeah. What is
This
that? That's weird.
Abyss to the void. Like, ooh.
For real.
It's ticking a lot of boxes, I reckon, Matty G.
Oh fucking hell. I reckon this is a S tier.
I think
It's just that good.
the ceiling's nice. The colors are weird and wacky, but I think
Perfect.
I don't think it's perfect. Contrary to what you might believe, I think this one still has room for improvement. In that, you got this dark patch here. You got kind of dark area near the slide, but like
It's just so beautiful, man. It just reminds me of walking through like a play center as a kid. It brings back a lot. It's like everybody just left and you're left there forever. It's a weird vibe, you know. It's something you can't get back.
my
Not to sound like a depressing cunt, but
my critique of this image is this elephant in the room right here. The ceiling, it shouldn't be white. It's too bright. It makes the whole image look a lot more clear and more like recognizable. If this was, say, like
Dude.
just a black kind of like this, just like imagine this, and then like a.
Nah, I mean,
Look at that.
yeah, if it was edited
Infinitely
really
better.
well, yeah. Infinitely? I don't mind the.
I'm personally going to rank this an A tier. It's getting there, but I think it's got some flaws.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Are we
Bang!
ready for this?
Look at that.
Ooh, classic
The
liminal
ball.
image right
This
here.
is a famous one right here. That's absolutely right, Matty G.
Oh, very, very famous, in fact. I think that the lighting on this one is just perfect. Like,
Sublime.
I haven't seen... This is
It's
one of
sublime.
my favourite liminal... This liminal image, actually, I've seen it a lot, so I'm a bit desensitized to it, but I still love it.
Mhm.
If I was in this place in real life, the same lighting, I would just go, oh my god.
You got the weird flooring, like the division
Yeah,
between the two areas is
yeah.
so strange. The checkerboard changes size, so like one square is this big, and then one square is like tiny, like right next to it. Like, why does it switch up like that? Who built this?
That's
The triangle, the
Yeah,
weird yellow
it's
triangle. Illuminati,
yeah.
maybe,
That's
who
the first
knows?
thing you notice.
Yeah. This is
That's the first thing you notice.
this I think is
It's
another
a
A tier.
fantastic image.
I think this is
It
another A
definitely.
tier.
I was thinking the same thing. Very
Epic.
good image.
Very good.
Very
Touches
well
on a lot
made.
of the features of what makes a good liminal space, I reckon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Boom. What about this one?
You didn't prepare me for that. I just
Now this
overdosed,
is
bro.
getting into
Jesus.
some famous liminal, like, creepypasta almost, in that
Yeah.
the pool rooms, we're starting to get there with like the
Yeah,
slides,
the
the
pool
water.
rooms. Yeah.
We're starting to get there.
Yeah.
People like this kind
Yeah.
of
Pool
aesthetic, and for a good
rooms.
reason, I reckon.
Yeah, yeah. I understand it completely. Like, it's just like, oh god. I'm just looking at this image. It's just perfect. I wonder if they made this on render or if it's an actual image. Because
I
I don't
feel
think
like
that's a
it's
real image.
I feel like it's definitely fake, because like you wouldn't put like these three like pillars right here. Like, let me just get the brush.
I mean, stuff like it exists certainly, but yeah.
There's weird and
Like
wacky
I'm
stuff out
not.
there, but this is just like these
Yeah.
three things like being so close to these
Uh,
slides, and like, are
it
these
makes
slides
it
for
so
people or are
good.
they just slides for water? Like, who's gonna? That's such like a sharp turn. Like, I feel like this is
Yeah,
just like a water
exactly.
feature because no one's fitting through that.
Breaking it. Yeah, I still it just gives me the best nostalgia. It always brings me back to like definitely an S tier. I think that's an S tier
I
personally.
reckon also. I think we've finally found our first S tier,
First S tier of the day.
First.
So the thing that image brings to me as well, just before we go to the next one, it also it just reminds me of. Do you ever get this feeling like when you're running around as a kid and you kind of it's a very hard feeling to explain, but
Oop.
yeah, just keep it there, bruv. But it just brings you back to a time when stuff was simpler, you know.
Even though
A lot
I've
of
never been to
anamorphic.
such a wacky like indoor like pool,
Yeah, same,
dimly
same.
lit.
Yeah.
Boom.
Ooh, that's one of my favorite
This
liminal. I
is a
think
banger.
just oh,
You got this. What is
this is
this?
one of my favorite.
Debris on the slide. You got
I don't
the sky wallpaper,
I don't
but like
like the
it's
fact that there's
subterranean.
debris. That's
It's all underground. Like, where do these
It's
slides come
and there's the
from?
fact that there's a roof.
Yep.
The fact that there's a roof on this is just so
And there's no
the roof
water.
is
Like,
so good. This is
it looks like I imagine an
exactly.
escape ramp kind of shape where it goes down like this, but we don't see the full image. But I feel like it just curves back up. I don't know, something about it. Like
Yeah,
these
something with like those
railings.
two. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's really
That's a
hard to
very
work
good
out, and we
image.
only get like a snippet of this alternate reality. But I think
This is
I think it's a banger.
I think that's an S tier as well.
I think that's an easy
got
S
it
tier.
2 S tiers.
Both
Easy
pool
S tier.
related.
That's one of my favorite liminal photos.
I'm noticing a little bit of a theme with like, look at that, they look almost identical when they're shrunken down. What about this one, Matty G?
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay. I don't understand how you don't like this one, man. Like, it's this photo just it just makes me feel so. I think the only thing you could really change about it is the lighting. That's about all. I could really see it. It reminds me of the other image, the one that is in A tier, the one that we ranked, the one with the PlayStation one as well.
This one?
That one right there. It's way different, but like if it was dimly lit, like the same way that image was, it would remind me of that. I don't know. I just love this image to death, man. I don't think it
Interesting.
could be an S tier.
I
don't
like
think it
this
could be
part
an
of the
S tier.
image where the curtain is weirdly dark for like no reason, like it's poorly lit.
Yeah.
But
And this is a weird thing about the image.
I think as a composition,
this is a real image.
It is a real image. I think an issue though is with this composition. Like, nothing really grabs my attention. The weird flaw, yes, but the weird flaw is visible from like, if this photo was taken at any angle. These kind of like support pillars that are all weirdly shaped don't do it for me. I think they're kind of just silly. They don't provide any like I don't think they provide any value, to be honest. I think this is a pretty weak liminal image, but seeing as you're so strongly affected by it, I think we should maybe go B tier.
Yeah.
B tier. You happy with B tier, Matty G? Because I would personally put this
B-tier.
way down in C tier, but you've had a very vivid reaction with this, so I reckon B tier is good. This one. This is too
it
dreamcore.
brings me back.
I don't think this one brings me back.
No, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
I think it is, because it's clearly fake for starters. The scale is like massive.
Yeah.
Like, who's like, I feel like people would be this big, you know? Like
Yeah, but the thing about this image is that it just reminds me of a certain game. It's called Among the Sleep, I'm pretty sure. And you just play as a child and you're trying to get away from this demon. I watched it when I was super young, and it just reminds me, because the game, you're really short because you're a baby or a toddler or whatever.
Sounds creepy.
That image just reminds me of, it is. It's not that scary. Besides the teddy bear that literally talks to you and has
this
to
image
guide
is
you
better.
into places.
I think this image is better than the first one that we got, like this first playground one, which means it's in a B tier, and it makes me want to bump the first one down, if I'm being honest. Like this one, I feel like this should be a C tier.
I agree with you, because the Play Center one, it's not meant to be liminal. It's just that way.
Whereas this other one's like designed to be liminal, like rendered in 3D to be liminal. This next one, we all know it. Boom. Oh, it's huge! Really showing off how popular it is with goddamn resolution. Alright, Matty G, this is a classic.
Let's redo that.
This is the pool rooms, Matty G.
This is the pool. I think this is what started the pool rooms.
I think it is. Like the slides.
It's such a good image. It's just it's a delightful image, man.
The darkness.
Yeah.
But the darkness
you
is
didn't
like
even have to say anything.
The darkness is so contrasted by like this big open window that doesn't even have glass. Like you could fall out. That's kind of creepy. Like
that's what I feel weird about it. Yeah.
Like who's gonna be standing here having just taken a swim and being like leaning out? That's kind of freaky.
Yeah, that does. You're giving me that fucking what's it called? Fear of heights. I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah, doesn't matter.
I think yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think this is a really good liminal space. It's obviously fake, which brings it down a little bit. Like these first two are also obviously fake, but I think this is a good A tier.
I don't know. Maybe in between A and S, because it started something. It's valued. It's really well made. Okay. Let's be real. It's really well made. It is
really well made. Let's say this is like a high A tier. The trampoline park.
Oh my god. Do you know, this is actually probably one of my favorite liminal space images. I think
it does a great job for like, it's such a bright image and yet it's still so liminal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because it goes to show that not all images have to be a dark color. You know, you could have images like this that are bright, because it's just so it's perfect.
This equipment way in the back is so barren and empty, and like obviously all the trampolines. Like, I love the repeating grid pattern of the trampolines. Like, this feels like it could go on forever. Like how big is this warehouse? You know?
Yeah, fuck it. It doesn't give you. It gives you a good perspective. I don't know what I'm saying, but so have you ever been to a bouncy place like this?
I've been to a trampoline park like this, yeah, definitely. And this is exactly what they all look like. And you never see them empty.
Because that's a part of the liminal factor, because you've been there when you were young, you know. It hits home, you know. That's what I love about liminal space images.
I'm comfortable to put this as an S tier. What do you think?
Yep, S tier for sure. That's a really good rating for that.
Definitely an S tier.
It does bring me back. Holy shit. Okay. I didn't like this image at first glance, but geez, now I'm thinking about it more. Oof, that's some liminality right there. It brings me back to Play Center times when you're young, obviously. God, that was the best time of my life, honestly.
I think my favorite part of this image is the stuff you see behind the net. Let me pick a different color.
Yeah.
Like the stuff.
I see that as well.
Like the
I didn't see that.
Like all the stuff, like the dark patches all behind the netting. I think that's what makes this one good. And then you got like this weird colored tube along the top with like these weird viewing windows. And this contraption, I've never seen these at like a thing ever.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? I've never seen that, but I looked at that and it just banged me back for some reason.
The creepy sign as well. This. Like, what's that?
I mean,
Don't do
I don't know if
something.
it's creepy, but
It's telling you not to do something.
I think that's an A tier.
Yep. I feel
What
like
do you
A
think? What do
tier.
you think?
I feel like A tier is good. It's
Good A tier.
it requires a double take, that one. Like at first you're just like, oh yeah, sort of, but
Yeah, and
as
then
you
boom,
pay attention,
hit
you're
you
like,
with that liminality.
interesting.
Ooh, oh my god. Okay, this one, holy shit. It's not because of the liminality, it's because it's almost an exact copy of a place that I've been to.
Right? Like everyone's been to a place like this, like just two men.
See the one on the right, how it has a bend?
Yeah.
That's the exact same shit, and the other one's straight. What the fuck? And then it goes uphill like that. Zacho, where did you find this, bruv? What the fuck? God,
I like
man.
the silhouettes of like the towers.
Yeah.
I think these look
Yeah.
really cool against like the
Good lighting.
dusk.
Too.
Yeah, the dusk sky. And all this film
Yeah,
grain. It looks pretty good.
I just think this image, like, you would only like it if you knew about it.
I feel like it's such a common like playground design that everyone knows about.
Yeah.
Like everyone's got a version of this somewhere.
Solid B or A.
B or A? I want to put
Up
this
to
in
you.
A. I think this is one of the better ones because it doesn't rely on like wacky colors or weird lighting. It just is. It's just a photo, just an eerie photo.
It is the liminal.
What about this?
Ooh, yeah. Okay, that. Oh, Jesus.
It's kind of low quality, which, you know, maybe. But if you shrink it down a little bit.
Do you know what I thought about looking at that image? You know, that's probably a grown man that's inside of that little thing.
Right? Like that's exactly what I feel. It feels like you're the perspective of like the problem, like the thing you're trapped in the room with. This is their perspective. It looks like you're just watching.
Yeah.
Like what are you watching? It's creepy as.
But it's such a good. It reminds me of crawling through those when I was young. Again, and that's a really good one. It's not too liminal. Actually, I mean it is, but like.
I get what you're saying though. Like that's liminal. The colors are liminal, but as an image as a whole, it's kind of just. It's more of like a scary like photo. Like,
yeah, it is a bit scary. Yeah.
Like all I need to do to make this a creepypasta is literally just put eyes, and then people are like, oh, what's that being? You know, well, like
the playground. Alright. Yeah. I reckon this one, it could be an S tier.
Whoa.
I don't know. I think maybe it's
for something that's not liminal. Maybe you seem to really like it.
Oh, I love that because it just brings me back.
I was thinking B tier, but
me too. I was thinking B tier for a second, and I was like, maybe B tier actually.
It is pretty good though.
But it just brings me back. It's like I've seen that place. I mean, all liminal spaces are kind of like that.
Yeah,
You've seen it before.
We've got a lot of A tiers. Is it okay? The question is this as good as everything else in this row?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. B tier. Definitely a B tier.
Yeah, B tier. Oh god, it's good. It's bad, but it's good.
Yep.
This image, it does bring me back. Like we had those, like, you know, those little tiny car things that have like faces on them, and you can push them around.
The bumper cars.
Yeah. You could like the ones with like no there was like how do I explain it? There was no like a bottom to it, so you had to like run in it to make it go. And yeah, so it would just go through here.
I feel like this is another one of those images that like you just put like a pair of eyes at the end, and people are like, oh god, what's there?
Yeah.
Like some of them like clickbait YouTube thumbnails being like, did you see it at 3 a.m? Look at that. You know, like I feel like it's one of those images, but I feel like that's not a bad thing inherently. But
yeah, I don't know. I think this might be I know no, I don't think it's an S. I think it's another B, but it does just bring me back, you know.
I feel like B's
a really good image.
I feel like B's a good one.
B's a good.
Matty G, there's a secret final boss fight of this tier list. It's been sitting in front of our faces the whole time. What do you think?
Oh, the backrooms image.
Of the backrooms.
This image I like. Okay, this image I actually have a good opinion on this one.
Yep.
So, this image particularly, it started. I think it's S tier by default, but I just want to talk about it. So, obviously, Reddit thread. I'm pretty sure. If you know clip out of reality, blah blah blah. It really started something. Backrooms. I think it's pretty cool. The backrooms. Obviously not real, but it's a really good it's just I don't know how to explain it. It's a really cool concept to just think about and all that. And I think this image deserves S, even if it's not the most liminal, because it is very liminal. It is a liminal image. But I like other. So I've seen. Have you ever seen those found footage tapes?
Oh yeah, the Kane Pixels ones.
Yeah. Whenever I see those, I look at the backgrounds and I realize how liminal it is. Because
Yep.
I don't usually get scared. I'm just like, holy shit, that's a liminal. But the fact is that it's this image is the least liminal thing you could look at in the back rooms, like the most least liminal space, or not the least, but one of
I get
at
what you're
least.
saying. Yeah.
But it's just it started all of that. I think if it was taken from a different perspective, it could be really liminal.
I feel
I
like this
think it
perspective
deserves
helps though,
S.
because like this,
Yeah,
the wall just here like obscures it quite well.
it
Like whatever's
does.
on the other side.
The more I look at it, the more liminal it becomes.
More,
Holy
yeah,
shit!
it's definitely
Definitely an
it's
S.
the image for sure.
Yeah, fucking hell.
That's the big S tier right there. In fact, S tier is just backrooms tier, in my opinion.
Backrooms. Yeah, you gotta.
There we have it,
Yeah.
Matty G. The liminal space tier list. There's plenty more liminal space out there. I encourage viewers to go check them out.
Oh
They're
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
R
they
slash
give you it.
liminal, all that.
Yeah. It's a very calming thing. I look at these when I'm just chilling. I'm like, oh damn, just I don't know. Obviously it's nostalgia, but I can't describe the feeling.
Anemoia
You've
is a
been
good
there,
word for
man.
it from the Dictionary of
Oh yeah,
Strange
Anemoia. Yeah,
Things.
Anemoia is such a good word.
But yeah, just fascinating in general. That's our tier list.